Yo, what up? It is the next following day. We are back. It is what time is it? It's like 12:50. So it's time to play some more Minecraft, I guess. So to be honest, you might notice I'm not anywhere near where I started yesterday. I've got all this set up right now. And I've also like missing stuff. Like I've got my stone axe, but I've only got the one. I need iron. I need an iron axe because I said yesterday I was gonna stop playing, maybe go to sleep. That was a lie. That was the advanced technique lying. I did not just go to sleep. I played for the next like 2 hours doing nothing but mining trees. It was kind of a pain to be honest. But I wanted to get as much done as I could. Especially because these next few episodes are definitely going to be like for the next like 2 days. Can you not? Are going to be like super annoying when it comes to like you know having to mine a crap ton. I'm gonna be doing mining so much stuff, just so many trees, and then after the trees are finished, I have to do all of the like I have to do all the dirt, and then I have to do all the stone, and I'm going like one level down each time. It's gonna be a lot, so it's gonna take a while. Oop. So we'll see how that ends up being. It'll probably take a good while. Oop. Especially because a lot of these won't be. Well, none of these will be edited until I like am like super far into the series, in which I will start like actually editing individual videos with all the content I upload on it. Don't even want to know what that was. I think that was a cave noise. Let's see, I got an iron axe. I need more iron, but unfortunately the mountain I am removing is not very big, all things considered, so that has been an issue where the mountain is really small, or it's short. It's really wide, but it's also really short. So, you know, I should probably. I'm just realizing I should probably bring more bread because I don't think I have any in here. I have some meat, but I don't really plan on eating that. It's like emergency food, more or less. And I'll also show you the chest just to show you how much there is in there right now. There's quite a bit. I should have extra bread in here. Yeah, I do. Have any extra bread? No. Unfortunately, there is not a like actual. I don't think there's an actual wheat farm anywhere in here on this village. There was obviously the hay bales from the village spawning, but I don't think there's actually a wheat farm, which sucks. I am planning on building some pretty massive farms. They're not going to be automated. I'm just going to occasionally go in them and do stuff there, but, I'll just farm things manually. It's more fun that way anyways. Back again to the... That tree still hasn't despawned all boys. Jesus. What happens when it's never in loading distance? I still gotta finish all of the trees, because there are so many trees on that mountain. Because it's in a forest. So there's a bunch of trees everywhere. So it's been taking a bit to clear them all out. But it does mean I have a lot of wood. Again, the only issue right now is having enough tools to actually do it. Which I do not have that much iron. I haven't actually made a mine yet. I've only done a small bit of surface caving, which hasn't netted me all that much. It netted me about 50, but I actually ended up spending a lot of that to level up armors. I did still get the uh, like armor from it though, because I can't actually show it while I'm in the boat. Can I just no, I can't craft while in here. But it did I did have a lot. What was I just saying? My brain went completely just off. You can see that there's a lot of the trees are missing now. The main issue has been the super massive trees, because those are generally pretty annoying. You know, I was gonna put this in here, but I think I'll keep it with me. There's a lot of cows here. Killing them hasn't actually been worth it, though. But yeah, as you can see, I have a good bit of wood. I actually might have to try and, like, transport some of this out at some point, because there's just so much wood. Unless I'm gonna have to, like, keep putting them in here, but I was not expecting how much I got. Not that much birch, but a literal, just so much oak. Yeah, I have to continue doing this. I have some dirt, I guess, not much. Overall, I don't actually have that much here. I have a lot of these, which is good, but I don't have a lot of everything else. I have this extra iron if I ever need it for anything. I think I got that from killing a zombie. But it is back to just mining every tree on this mountain. Yeah, what sucks is this mountain, I think the top of it is at Y, like, 115, I think is what it was. And that's really not that tall. I should have grabbed the other map. Shoot. Well, whatever. The map's not super helpful now because I've already mined every tree in its range. That's like actually from this mountain. But you know. What did I... Oh, I left the bed. Oh, whatever. I'll grab it in a little bit. I'll play for about 3 hours. Are you still the same one? Do you still... Yeah, you're the same one. Not really helpful because I already got that wood type. These big trees have been like the main like issue point because they are just so annoying. I do not get the reason for these existing. I do not get what their decision making was with this type of tree. The big oak trees are so annoying and they're so tall too. Especially because some of them can be off like that. So you tend to miss some. It sucks to mine these. Anyone who's played the game, especially for as long as I have, knows just how annoying these are. Especially since they didn't exist at first. They were added like sometime after the initial release. I don't remember what version it was, but... Wait, I see one over there. There's a specific, like, method by which these spawn, and that's also what caused, for a while there were glitches at the center of the world. Like, at the center of a super flat world, right at the bottom, there was a single piece of, on the flat bedrock layer, there was just a single oak log, because of how the extra oak logs spawn from those trees. The specific algorithm broke sometimes. Or I think it broke like every time, and it just spawned everything at 0, 0, 0. It would spawn a single oak log. I think, who was it? I think it was Mogswamp that made a video on it, because he's the one that actually like plays on Super Flat Worlds. I used to mess around a lot on them when I was really young. Where are you? Okay, it's about nighttime. Yeah, I did just leave the bed behind it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the game updated when I woke up this morning. Okay, any mobs that did spawn level. Oh, nope, it stopped raining. That's good, actually. Okay, I need to probably try and carry this on me, so I don't have to walk all the way down to do that. But yeah, I think the main issue has definitely been specifically the big oak trees. giving so much extra wood. Because it's not just their height, it's their width too. Because the wider they are, the more of those extra blocks that can spawn. And the length just makes it more, it just makes it more often that it gets, you know, more spots to actually have stuff come off of. Oh, great. Here, one issue with... Oh. No gunpowder, but that's fine. Yeah, a lot of this wood is having to fall down over time. I get so many saplings from this, it's ridiculous. I will never need this many oak saplings. Like, a lot of them, the ones I would have gotten, actually despawned. I want the apple, though. The apples are nice to have. Having a crap ton of apples means in the future I can as long as the moment I get a bunch of gold, I can make golden apples. In case I end up in situations that are pretty bad. Golden apples are so useful. This is a really annoying spot. Ah, whatever. Ooh, apple. It's the one good thing about oak trees is that they give apples. It's still weird that they decided to have apples restricted to just the one type of tree, even though oaks can't give apples in real life. Apples come from apple trees, which are not, I don't even think they're related to oak trees. I don't think they're like even close to those. But yeah, the game updated, and I think I know what snapshot I'm in, actually. Or like what area I am when it comes to snapshots, because the Pale Garden showed up on the screen, which I found to be very interesting. And I think that's why nothing showed up when in world creation. And I was looking at the experimental features. It didn't really show that much up. Was because I simply wasn't that high of a level in. So I think not only do I have Pale Garden stuff now, so if I go and explore more areas outside of the area I've already been in, which has really only been what's on this map right now. Whenever I go and leave this area, I can go and probably load enough chunks to find a Pale Garden, which would be really cool. Because Pale Gardens are very interesting, and is probably going to be one of my favorite wood types too, the pale wood. White wood types are really nice. I remember there was something else I wanted to check out. What was the other thing I wanted? I should get... I'm trying to remember. Do I get variants of the newer mob variants? I don't think I do. It's a good thing I decided not to travel super far out yet. Because that's what I tend to do on a lot of worlds, is that I travel, like, super far out. Like, really early, just to, like, find a perfect spot to have a house in. Oh, well, there it goes. Like, there have been some worlds where I've traveled, like, 30,000-ish blocks out by land, while carrying a dog and while carrying both a dog and a bunch of materials and stuff, and then I traveled super far out just to find a super taiga to build a house in. The house I built was based loosely on the house that Techno used on the Dream SMP, because I was like that is like the perfect house for me, and so I made a version very similar to it, but not quite the same. I should have it on a world on this account somewhere. I should have another house very similar to it. But like the primary building blocks were like, you know, white concrete and spruce wood. I even built it on a server. Well, this was a realm, but by a YouTuber, a really small YouTuber, who had done like, I saw a community post where it was like, hey, I'm doing like a server thing if anyone wants to join, and it was like gonna have some small amount of lore, but it was mostly just like a just a like world to chill on, I guess mostly. At least that's how I treated it. Called the Bedrock SMP. Eventually, the person that made it shut it down. I don't remember the exact reason it was shut down, but there was some before the shut down. I think the world got reset like twice, like within a span of like a week or two. It's been a while since then. I don't remember. I think the YouTuber changed their name, and I'm not gonna bother looking through all of my stuff. The only thing I remember was was their Xbox username, which was like Kathleen Weird. But yeah, I was on that server a very long time ago. Tall ash tree. It was pretty fun while it lasted. I had originally built a house very similar to it during spawn. It got hit by like there's something happened at spawn, and there were like there were glitched witherheads everywhere. It was hilarious. Like they would just kind of just appear in the world and continue going. But apparently something happened at spawn. There was like a wither somewhere, and that had caused there to be because my house had like gotten hit, but luckily my dog had survived. What I did was I had to relocate to my strip mine where I turned it into a base. Eventually it got blown up. I think something happened. There was some weird misunderstanding. Eric trapped someone's base. I thought he was going to trap his base, but apparently he trapped someone else's base. And then it like blew something up. They never died, I don't think. But then they came after me, and then they blew up my base, which is really annoying. I wasn't too worried about losing some of the stuff they had taken from me, notably my netherite armor, because it didn't have mending on it, so it broke pretty often. Plus, the netherite I had was just because some of the decisions on that server were just kind of weird. There was a netherite beacon at spawn, but the way they didn't know how to like create spawn protection for stuff. So I could still break it. So what I did was I just mined like 2 or 3 netherite blocks because I didn't want to go mining in the nether for it. Because I don't really like, I personally don't feel like netherite is worth it half the time. I just go for diamond. But like there was a netherite beacon at spawn. They had tried barrier blocking it, but they didn't like barrier block all of it. So like you could get in through the bottom, or specifically I think the one I did was the side. Was I just mined it on the side on the bottom layer, and I could just yoink it. It was weird. Those are interesting times. That was like during the really early pandemic. I don't even think any of those people like have contact with me anymore, because that account I used for it, that Discord account that I'd used for like the server and everything, like mainly the Discord server itself, I haven't used that Discord account in forever. I basically just completely abandoned that one. So they don't really have an actual contact with me. I still have access to the Discord account, I just don't use it. You can see I'm already at over 3 stacks. It would be quicker to like grab my flint and steel and just burn all of this, but I want the wood. The wood is nice. If I get a super large amount of wood very early on, especially the super basic woods like birch and oak, it means I have a lot for the future. Yeah, what I spent mostly doing on that server though was mining. I spent like, I think I spent probably the most amount of time on average on that server out of anyone on that server. There was like, I think there was like 30 total people. But I would like get on and then I would mine. I remember one day I mined for 16 hours straight. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had a role called the Grinder. because I would grind so much on that server. It might have been that one, or it might have been the follow-up Discord server. I don't remember. But I would just sit underground and grind, or I would sit near the surface of my tiny little pier and fish for just hours and hours at a time. Like sometimes it would end up being like nighttime for a lot of the other members of the server, so it would like no one else would be online. Like at the start of my playtime, there would be a good bit of people online, and then they'd slowly get offline until I was the last person left, and then I'd just be farming or something, and then like 10 hours later, people would come online and be like, "Have you been online the entire time?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How?" I'm like, "Nah." I would I would do that stuff during like, because that was pandemic, so we had like to do online learning. But I would sometimes just get so bored on those online classes because it didn't feel like they were really doing much, and I would just play Minecraft the whole time on my phone. It was great. It was especially good whenever I got the phone upgrade, and I got I went from the A6 to the A11. That was pretty good. Until that A11 just died for some reason. Well, I mean, it's not like dead, but it's like super slow for some reason. Slower than the A6 for sure. On every device everyone else in the house touches just gets super slow as well. Like even my A6 is starting to slow down, but it only started slowing down after I had to let Mark borrow it for like a week. Because he keeps breaking his phones. He already broke the new phone he got. It's crazy. One of the things I did just to put in respect of how much I grinded on that server, I don't skip any ores I find while strip mining. And so I had so much coal just saved up, and I used a silk touch pick for general grinding. So I went to spawn with I kid you not, 8 stacks of coal ore. I built a, what was it, 128 block tall, 2x2 pillar of just coal ore at spawn, and then mined the whole thing with a Fortune 2 pickaxe. I ended up with like, I think it was like 17 stacks of coal after that, and I donated like 4 or 5 to the bakery. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I donated like I donated stacks and stacks of it to the Spawn Bakery because they needed a crap ton of coal to keep it running, and I just gave them like so much coal, and I still had so much left over. My ender chest on that server was quite good. It was quite good. I liked looking at the ender chest because I had like 2 stacks of iron blocks or so, and then I had like a stack and a half of gold. I had like, I think it was like 50, I think probably like 30 diamond blocks. It was nice. That was a lot of farming I did during that. I should also note that because this was early pandemic, this was also only 1.16. So this was before any super world generation. So I was caving with the original diamond variation, which to be honest wasn't very high. Have you ever seen the difference between the pre 1.18 and post 1.18, or was it 17? I can't remember which version it was exactly. But if you actually take a look at the if you actually look at like the differences between the ore generation, you'll know like the ore generation, especially at the points where ore generation is the highest, are way higher than it used to be. And before it was like consistent across a set um, like the moment you hit the level that X material could spawn, it spawned a lot. Or it spawned a good bit, but it was consistent the whole way, so it wasn't like, as long as you were at a level that could spawn that item, you would get the same amount no matter what. It was just best to farm at Y like 11 for diamonds, because that put you just above lava level. Now for diamonds, I think it's just as far down as you can. which is basically like 5 or 4, whatever just over the lowest level for, or the highest level for, um, like, my brain's not working. It usually depended on, my brain just keeps stopping. Do you ever have these moments where your brain just stops working? I hate it. I literally don't even remember what I was trying to say. My brain is just completely all over the place right now. Oh, come on. Why? Get on the stupid dirt block. I hate mountains. Fuck. Okay, where? Get out of here, pig. This happens when I ramble with ADHD. I don't end up, like, fully taking in what I'm saying. Did I miss I missed a woodblock. How did I do that? I cannot believe I did that. Yeah, there's a lot of the wood has been cleared out from here now. That's good. I'll probably look back to the recording and try to figure out what I was trying to say. I think the only people who could probably follow my rambling is someone else who also has ADHD. Like, specifically the kind of ADHD I have. I'm super scatterbrained. Well, I'm already about full on oak. That is kind of nuts. Oh my god. Oh, for the love of God, why? There's so much wood. It's actually nuts how far it's going out. I'm gonna have to put, like, timestamps in a bunch of these, like, videos. It'll be much more concise whenever I get around to making short edited versions of a lot of these. Most of this mining stuff will probably be ignored, though, when it comes to those. Not really a point to having a bunch of that in videos. I'm gonna just start ignoring oak trees and go for birch instead. I cannot do many oak trees left. Getting every birch at least will mean that I can start going exclusively on oak and save more of my inventory space for it. It's about to turn nighttime. That one's broken. I have a broken bow from a skeleton. I didn't realize the skeleton had dropped one. I forget how tall birch trees are sometimes. Well, you ever notices like they actually like added creaking noises when you're mining wood? It's like an actual like creaking noise. It's like a high-pitched creak. It's very subtle. Doesn't happen too often. You can see just how many trees there are left. There's so many. Yeah, I'm genuinely gonna have to like start a new chest for trees. Big oak. That's annoying. 2.5 stacks of birch. Birch used to be my favorite wood type. And then at some point, I think it became spruce. And then it was mahogany. Or I think, no, mahogany never became my favorite. It was really close, but I think cherry. Now it's between cherry wood and um, cherry and the new pale wood. Because the pale wood looks really good. I just like the white. It's really cool. I feel like it'll work really well with the cherry. So they might end up in a tied position. The random bits of grass just get annoying. And the worst part about like accidentally breaking like grass or leaves is that also wastes durability on the axe. It's not just like on wood itself. You can still waste durability on other things. As long as you are breaking it while holding the item, it will waste durability. I think the only exception is like swords. Get a few more trees in. I do still love that they made beds bouncy. Whoop. Whoa. That was me moving the left stick around, that's funny. This will be the first time I've completely filled both slots. Yeah, you can see that this mountain is quite wide. But don't worry, I did actually go and check that there was an ending to it. I don't know exactly how big it is, but it does eventually go back down towards sea level. It's just like a good, what was it? I think it's like a full 200 blocks wide, I think. At least in one direction. Yeah, I'm so far off the map right now that I can't even see which direction I'm facing on the map. I was gonna say, is that up like on the surface? And once these trees are gone, it'll be harder for monsters to spawn and then stay annoying. Yeah, I think there's a few just back there, like just under here. I think I could do like 2 more. There's a witch there. I definitely don't want to go near. Why are you still targeting me? I don't think the creeper is, which is good. Yeah, it's definitely this direction because this is where all the trees are just completely gone, including the leaves. Yeah, I won't bother grabbing absolutely every tree. No, nope, under. Ugh, annoying asshole. Don't even look at you, bruh. Yeah, the range for Enderman aggro is much bigger on this version. I remember in a really old version, if you stared at an Enderman's eyes long enough, you would just take damage. I don't believe that's a thing anymore, but I do remember that being a thing. And it did significantly more damage if you did so. Yo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not a thing anymore. It's just so annoying to kill. In this version, they tend to run away every time they take damage. That's so much wood. Holy. Boop. And then throw in. Oop, wrong button. Throw in a bunch of extra stuff that I have into here, including Apples. Yeah, I have so many apples now. Ugh. Yeah, you can see this mountain is significantly cleaner now. Let me make... Let me make one more stone. No, let me make 2 more stone axes. And then once I run out of these stone axes, I will start just clearing. I will start mining down whatever I have already cleared, and just slowly work my way in. It looked like a giant mountain mine, pretty much is what I'm going for. Like an actual mountain quarry, where you mine into the side of the mountain rather than from the top. Come on, there you go. Oh, come on. Ugh, why? There you go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me get some of these stragglers over here. I'm not going to bother with any more of the big ones, because those are just too annoying to mine, because I have to build up every time. There's just the one lone block. I'm just going to... As interesting as these are when it comes to world generation, they just look annoying. Interesting, sure. Very annoying, though. Okay, hold on. This is not decaying, so I missed a block in the middle. There it is. Now the rest of it should start mining away. If I didn't miss any more. Okay, I think that was actually the last one. It's always just the one you miss. You are not mined. Two more to go. Hello. Every time I hear that, I'm reminded of the video that brought me to Kudlo, or however you're supposed to pronounce their name. An animator who did like a video. It was specifically with that. I can't remember which one that is, but it was the video of the player leaving their dog in an abandoned world, and like the dog waiting for them to come home before the dog just disappears in the shot where the ground is gone. I think there was there a follow-up animation? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I first saw that. I had their animation of nothing revealed, everything denied in my watch later for like, I think it was like 2 or 3 years. I can't remember. I don't remember when that animation was released, but I had it in my watch later for a very long time. I need to go through and like actually watch some of the stuff in my watch later, because it is like full right now. It's gonna break on this tree. Yep. One more. Ooh, modern track. Yeah, some of the music, especially from the modern ones, feels very Fontaine-esque to me. I'm not sure why. I get super big Fontaine vibes from them. Like, is this not something that would play in Fontaine? It's like a Court of Fontaine night theme. Like, while in the actual, like, main city. Yeah, I think Fontaine had, in my opinion, the best, like, bass ambient tracks. Oh, this is a big one. Not touching that. Is this played on a IWI? Any WI? It might be, to be honest. It feels like it would be. Because I'm pretty sure Lena knows, because I'm pretty sure this is a Lena track. Because I'm pretty sure Lena actually personally knows Carlos. Okay, Insane in the Rain. Ah. And that's all I'm going to do with trees for now. Now I'm just going to try and mine as much of like the actual stuff now, since I no longer have axes. I'm trying to see if I can get any iron from it. I should at least be able to get some, because I'm pretty sure there is still some good iron generation. .18 ore generation. There's some. I get a lot of coal, or a good bit. It's near the bottom of the point, which sucks. I will end up, when I keep going down, I think I'll end up... No, I won't even. The very bottom of the mountain even has, like, very base iron generation. And large ore veins don't exist until, like, you go super low. It has width, I mean, how much, but I don't know how that shows up. What's the max for iron generation? It should be, where is that? Yeah, at about 230, which is ridiculously high. But I'm near the bottom of the bottom tip, so see, it would have been better had I gone for a bigger mountain. I don't even think any of those mountains are like tall enough for that. I think that one's at most like 150, 160 at the top. Where the fuck am I? Okay. Oh, shoot. Do that. And this should be the end of this video. I'll let it end on its own, which is when it hits 60 minutes. Which is in like 5 seconds.